And hello everybody, welcome back to the video. Today we are back inside of our survival world. Now, I was looking around, trying to figure out what we should do, and I looked at the village and was like, I gotta keep working on this. This is so, like, unfinished, and it's one of the projects that I've regretted not finishing for a long time, so I want to at least get some work done on it today. I've kind of started the basis for what our next house is going to look like. I saw kind of a style that I liked, and I decided that I'm going to run mostly with that. I'll probably, change it up a little bit to give my own flair, but, this is kind of the general, what the entrance is going to look like. Probably have some more leaves going around in some spots, so maybe not all the way like that, but you get the point. Something like this. Once the roof comes over, it'll change how it looks considerably. But yeah, I figure it might be something nice to work on, and it allows me to finally get working on this again. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for it, and we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, this is what we're looking at for starters. I'm gonna get some work done on this, and I'll catch you guys when I have a little more done. All right, so I've got a little bit going here. Roof is still a pretty decent work in progress. We can see what the interior is gonna look like size-wise now, though. At least it's not super large, but I'm not personally living in this house, so I don't really mind how the interior is space-wise. It does feel a little wonky that it's not very deep. So even though it's wide, it's not a very deep house. I'm not super worried about it. It just feels a slight bit wonky, which is okay, but just gonna take me a little bit to get used to. What's that? Nope, right here. Yeah, there's some things about the roof that are going to be a little bit weird for me, but nothing too bad, I hope. I have to decide. Am I going to do it here, I guess? This will just cut off. That puts it on line with that, which was on the next. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Now, this isn't actually going to be like this going forward, because there's going to be a secondary roof which comes off from here, that's going to meet that. So I actually might push these pillars back one just to match up a little bit better. Either that, or we'll have it something like this. I'm going to have to think about that one a little bit. Would I rather have it like this, or push the pillar in one? I think it looks better with the pillar out. I just don't know. How does that look? Oh, that works. I think that works for sure. The side might look a slight bit awkward. I don't know. I think the side will probably be fine. But yeah, I'm going to have to get it to match up with that. And there's going to be a little bit of a delicate process. And by that, I mean there might be a little bit of trial and error involved and stuff like that. And I'm going to have to do the same thing over on this side. And now that I think about it, does the way the pillars are over here match up in the back? Not quite. That'll be a little bit weird. That one I'm gonna have to think about a little bit. Also, this roof needs to come out one more. I just noticed that. But on this side, this needs to come out one further. So I still have some stuff to do, but just wanted to update you guys on where we're at. I must say, I am quite happy with how this turned out. I haven't, the interior still needs some work to be done, not including furnishing, which I'm going to have to do at some point. But the exterior, in my opinion, turned out amazing. I am really happy with this. Like, it's a bit of a large design, so it does feel a little bit overbearing when you go over the path. I want to do a little bit of a backyard on this, too. But overall, I am incredibly happy with this turned out, how this turned out. I was a little nervous with how many changes I was making to the original that, it wouldn't turn out very nice, but no, I'm pretty happy with this. I think this turned out really good. And as mentioned, still a bit to do on the inside. Gotta fill that in. Needs lighting. The problem with designs like this, sometimes depending on how you do the stairs, the light will seep through a little bit on them and look a little wonky on the corners, but not much I can do about that. That's just kind of Minecraft lighting being Minecraft lighting. Really, the only thing I can do is just make sure that it's bright enough inside that it's not super noticeable. But yeah, kind of is what it is. As I said, not much I can do about it. Overall, though, really happy with this. I'm just going to leave it kind of the large ceiling look. I thought about maybe adding a small attic for the bed and stuff. And I might do like the attic overhang look. Like right here, it'll be a really small attic, but just enough that, you know, for a bed or something. But I'm not super worried about interior right now. I'm just really happy with how the exterior turned out, personally. Alright, I threw together a little bit of a backyard. Put up some kind of leaf walls, kind of give off the feeling of like hedges, kind of blocking off the path. A couple tulips. Maybe I should do another one here. Let me just try and get a bit more grass in the area to go with it, just to go along the edges. Don't really want it in the middle, but just to kind of make the edges look a little better. Yeah, I think that looks a little better that way. And just add a couple more flowers, maybe. And yeah, I'm happy with this. It's very simplistic, but I don't think we need anything complex, especially for how small the backyard is. I think it's better that it's a bit of a just kind of small little bit of something here, rather than a super large pathway. Or, not pathway, yard. And then this kind of comes up over it, but since there's not really any pathways or anything to it, it doesn't feel crazy. So, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this. I think this is probably where we're going to leave the house off for the moment. I don't think I'm going to do any more work on it today. At some point, I'm going to have to get the furnishings inside done, but overall, I'm really content with this. I really like how it turned out, and I'm gonna stop singing the praises of the thing I built now. But still. All right. After a little bit of thinking, the last thing I want to do today is I want us to rework this fountain here. I don't really like the base villager fountain. I find it kind of eh. So I'm going to do just kind of a fountain in the same style of what I did back by the garden. I think we're gonna keep it kind of simple. Now space is not exactly something that there's a ton of here, so I'm gonna just keep the design fairly small too. I think this is basically exactly what I did by our base. Basically. The other thing is I want the bottom to be all cobblestone and this mossy cobblestone stuff. I understand it, but it gives everything kind of the old decrepit look, and that's not really what I'm going for in my village. So yeah, it's basically a carbon copy. I think it might actually be a legit copy of what I have over elsewhere in the base. But, or maybe I do it like this. Yeah. Goals to make it look a bit smaller. It's a little bit compact this way, but I think that works generally. Only other thing is since this is all path, I kind of need all of this to be stone brick down here is the only thing. Which, oh no, that's a problem. I don't think that messed anything up. I think that's fine. We're good. We're fine. Alright. You gotta be careful with these ones that I have to break with a pickaxe. The whole breaking things next to path can be a bit of a nightmare, but it's okay. Oh. Bam. And the other thing to consider is I need to add a bit of lighting on this, which I could just do torches, but I think what we might do instead instead is, let me take a look. We probably have some jack-o'-lanterns lying around, and if we don't, we can just make some. No, won't take long at all. If we do, they'd be in lighting. No jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, I guess I can just use glowstone. That works. Glowstone actually probably works better than jack-o'-lanterns. I just kind of default to the assumption of using jack-o'-lanterns due to the fact that that's what I can easily acquire. But let's just add lighting in around the edges, just like this. There we go. Now the fountain's lit up, and I think that looks far better than the little fountain that was here before. I would have liked to have done something larger and a little different than what I did in the garden, but I figure that given the scenario, our best bet probably is to just do the simple fountain and call it there instead of trying anything more complex, just due to the limited space we have. If I had more space, I'd want to ramp it up a bit. I also want to tear down this market area and the rest of the houses around, but I think I'm going to save that for later. I think for the moment, that's probably going to be it for this one. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.